Who would do something like that, do you think? Look at how crude the cut is. Looks like they used a damn screwdriver to make that hole. Or the teeth or something. Alright, welcome back. So yeah, I'm here trying to work on a call back after maintenance. It's apartment maintenance. Finally got voltage up to this condenser here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fire it on. I got low voltage. Looks like they've replaced the condenser fan motor not too long ago. As you can see here. Yeah, they've got, I don't know, man. They said they called it in as just a fan not turning. Oh man. Oh crap. It's not a terrible deal. Looks like it's just hitting that wire. So what I'm just going to do is pull that through here. Here it goes. I thought that was the actual capillary. That would have been pretty bad. Either way though, it doesn't sound good at all. Compressor's struggling. Everything's struggling. Check this voltage. The heck? We got 123 volts coming in. Okay, so this leg, there's nothing on this leg. One of the legs is completely out of the circuit. Either way, you're able to. We're gonna go ahead and check between these two here. 120. So something's gone wrong here. 120 there, nothing there. So now you got to check in that sub panel on there. Went ahead and tied the gator clamps across the line in. And now when I go ahead and reset the breaker, I'm going to put this on wireless mode. And I'll be able to see if that rectifies the problem, if it was just a breaker, failing breaker. A lot of times when you reset them, they'll actually go ahead and bring that line of power back into phase. So we've got 120 there wirelessly. Okay, let's go ahead and do that now. So we're going to do... Yeah, it sounded pretty weird. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Lost sync here. So we lost sync. But our tool, this is 3 stories. So I'm trying to see if we can get that sync back. I recycled the breaker. Breaker felt a little sloppy. Kind of tripped into the dead center on me initially. That's kind of pointless. We got 251 volts. Let's go ahead and fire the stupid thing up. See what we get. A little disconcerting. You just don't know what these people have done. Okay. So fire it up. Like I said, we still got 251 volts, so we're gonna have to check and see. This condenser fan actually feels like it's rejecting a little something. Let's go ahead and get our gauges on here and check our pressures. I mean, so far based off the pressures, it looks like they got it somewhat correct. Yeah, we got about 11 degrees superheat, 13 degrees subcooling. I mean, as you can see, it's just stuff like this that makes you wonder what kind of individuals are we dealing with. It's not going to take long for that rubs out in shorts. So now I've got to fool around and reroute that, all because they didn't want to just properly run it through. Like, who would do something like that, do you think? Look at how crude the cut is. Looks like they used a damn screwdriver to make that hole, or the teeth or something. So there's no telling, man, what drives people to do the things they do. Power factor looks okay at about a 0.95, 1500 watts. It's not bad. Six total amps. See what this condenser fan motor is drawing. .8, not bad. See, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Might want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they weren't finished with the job yet. As you can see, screws aren't really, they're not really even put in there. So maybe that's why this is so ugly. I'm gonna go ahead and try to reconfigure this here. Maybe this, I don't know, common might not have been long enough. May as well inspect it. Seemed like they got their, at least they got, no, I almost gave them, oh no, it's a two-sided shaft, so yeah, you're good. I almost gave them too much credit. They got their motor spinning in the right direction, that's cool. And they got their blade height is probably good as well, because the heat rejection was fine. Look at this. That's probably going to pop right out. Yeah, nope, it didn't, but that one did. That's what you call a bad. So yeah, they had that, I guess, try to crimp it into this, you see that just popped right out of this crimp here, so I'll have to redo that. This is craziness. Hey, the audacity to zip tie this stuff too. Pull that through here. I know this hermetic isn't going to be long enough, but it's like you won't make it long enough, you know? I'm trying to get to do things the right way, because that was gonna, look at how sharp that is, bro. I would have chewed through that wire in no time. Oh no, we got enough space. What I do is just, I mean, I've got plenty of space. I slide that capacitor down. I mean, if I don't slide the capacitor down, I don't know what they were thinking. Huh. Okay, whatever. So yeah, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, we have plenty of space for every junction. You know, we're gonna do common here. That'll fit, especially when I slide the capacitor down. We'll do fan here. That'll fit. You got, yeah, that'll fit there. Interesting. We don't know, man. We don't know what's driving them. What's the driving force behind people's actions? Just don't overthink it. That's all I know. As you can see with this here failed crimp, first of all, these are cheap connectors. Second of all, it looks like they pinched mostly the plastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off of there. Get us a nice high quality connector there. Get this thing done right. With my favorite crimping tool. Boom. That right there, crimper. Bar none, man. This is one of the better crimpers you're gonna come across, and that's no joke. Yeah. Oh, whoa. That's how good of a crimper it is. I cut the wire with it. I don't know how it did that. Hold on. I put a little bit too much pressure, don't get me wrong. And I think this wire was already pretty much compromised. Let's try that again. You know, it's probably a little bit of user error there. Don't go crazy. Don't just go trying to beat the wire to trash, you know. You want to use a little bit of sense with it. There she is. That's solid as a rock. Let's go ahead and get this on here first. Another thing we've noticed, just the way they've orientated this. It's fine, we'll make it work. Let's get this thing on here. It was pretty cool to see that they actually had this right. When you're doing the 3-wire on a replacement aftermarket condenser fan motor, you want to basically, the brown and white wire, you want to leave that off with the capacitor. Just go straight to your fan side of the capacitor with just the brown. And this is going to be the essentially the common. So what we'll do is just make sure we'll tape this properly off. Might as well just cut it off, and I'll probably just tape it and just tuck it back down in here. And once again, we're going to go ahead and have to, look at that. That's not, let's see what the stress. Yeah, not much stress. We're gonna go ahead and get us a nice solid connection on here. There they go. We're gonna run ahead and drop that onto our hermetic, like such. And I'm going to do is drop this capacitor down just a smidget. That's going to give us a little more slack. Like that. There she goes. Now we got some slack on that. Another thing I've noticed, don't get me wrong, it was rejecting heat fine, but that just, you can look at that and tell that blade is not properly fitted on there. It's just way too low down in the housing. Like for instance, if you look at these motors here, look where that blade sits in contrast. Look here, look how deep that is down in there. That's not going to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up some. Might be rejecting okay now, but oh, you know what? Might be rejecting okay now, but it could cause issues in the, on higher load days. So that means we're gonna have to strap these up so they're not hitting like that. That looks more realistic. That's how a condenser fan, that's how I'm used to seeing them sit down in there. That's still a little bit low, but we'll see what it does. One of these here. It's ugly. It's an ugly job, but we're just here finishing it out for him. Let's see what we got here. It's showing about 4 inches. And look here, about 3.5. I look at a few of them just to make sure. See? 3.5 is the magic number for your clearances. Yep. 3.5 is the magic number. I'm still slightly, about a 1/2 inch off. You can see I still got 4. I mean, I'll try. Can only go but so high, I think. So this looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and measure that. Here she goes. 3.5. All right. It's good to have, other references available. Like I said, this isn't a pretty job at all. I just don't want to be here all night, but I'd probably realistically want to take this motor, and it's just aesthetic at this point. Let's just go ahead and get this thing fired back up. Also, we're going to make sure the motor is proper match. So we got a 208.9 amp, 1/6 horsepower. So let's see what we've got here. Condenser fan, 0.7, 1/8. I'm just gonna go ahead and fire this thing up. See what we're looking like. She's rejecting. 0.9 amps. The manufacturer wants you drawing for your fan motor 0.7 with a 1/8 horsepower. This is a 1/6 horsepower from 0.9, so a little bit bigger of a motor. I think it should be okay. We're not that far off of our amp draw. It's a 1075 as well. What I'm going to go ahead and do as well, I'm just going to go ahead and take a picture of this here model and serial, and go ahead and grab this model number and smack it into the Blue-On app just to verify we're on the right RPM. I'm pretty sure this is a 1075, but I just want to make sure, because it's rejecting okay. It looks like it's definitely, like, you know, the coil's running a little cooler now that I've moved that blade up, so it's rejecting a bit better. So the condenser fan motor that goes in there, okay, 1050, that's cool, 1/8 horse. So you got a 1/6 at 1075. That should work out, as you can see. That's their motor match there. It doesn't match, but it's probably going to work. You see here, our pressures and everything are getting locked in. I feel good about it. Now I need to address that breaker, see what that might be doing. Could be just a weak breaker, could have just been a trip, just a little surge or something, or it could have just been, you know, something tripped due to this terrible wiring going on in here. So that's it. Well, that's pretty much it, gang. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.